Welcome back, Lifestylers. You're listening to the Florida Lifestyler Group podcast, and we are officially kicking off season 2. Last season, we laid the groundwork, sharing personal stories, navigating the real-world experiences, and answering your most pressing questions about the Florida Lifestyler community. We showed you how to get your feet wet and start living life on your own. Terms in the Sunshine State. But now it's time to go deeper. Season 2 is all about the next level. We're not just dipping our toes in anymore. We're plunging into the vibrant, exciting, and sometimes complex reality of this dynamic community. Get ready for more candid conversations, more experienced guests, and a deeper dive into the art of living the full Florida Lifestyler experience. This season, we'll be exploring advanced relationship, dynamics, navigating long-term commitment while thriving in the lifestyle, the travel lifestyler, taking your fun on the road, from Florida cruises to international adventures, community and connection, how to find and build your trusted circle in new cities and beyond, and of course, your toughest Q&A sessions. Whether you're a seasoned vet or you just finished listening to all of Season 1, get ready to elevate your experience. The sun is shining, the vibe is right, and the lessons are richer than ever. This is the Florida Lifestyler Group Podcast, Season 2. Let's do this.
One. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining in and thanks for tapping in today on the internet. And we're here in Florida with another great lifestyler today. It's Miss Kendra, and also she goes by the name of Vividly Vixen, and you can find her on all social media platforms. And she's here to tell her lifestyle journey and tell about how she lives as a Florida lifestyler. How are you doing today, Kendra?
Fantastic. Thank you for asking.
Thank you for joining. I'm very grateful for you taking your time out of your day to tell everybody about your lifestyle journey and
Yeah.
everything else you like to express about the lifestyle.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's hear
So
it. Ask me all the dirty questions, whatever you want. I'm an open book.
that's good because I'm real transparent as well. Now, are you from Florida, correct?
No, I mean I live here now. I'm not though. I'm originally from Canada.
Oh,
Uh,
that's amazing. Now, how long
yeah.
have you been a Floridian?
I moved to the States in 2004 and I was here for a couple years and then I was up in Ohio for college for a couple years and then I was in Kentucky and then I moved back down to Florida. So I think I moved back down here to Florida in 2011. So I've been
Okay,
here ever since. So yeah.
that's awesome. Now, what started your lifestyle journey and more? Go ahead and take the floor and explain your story.
What started it or when did it start?
Yeah, like what made you curious about it? What made you want to get into it?
I don't know. I've just always been different, I think, even when I was younger. Like I was always trying to bring like other women into my relationships and stuff. Like I think I tied up my first boyfriend at like 13 and like had my way with him. So I've always been a little different, I think, in
Okay.
that regard, or maybe just a little more ballsy. But I was married for 10 years in a very vanilla relationship. And when that separated and finished, I just wanted freedom. So I just kind of went all in and I had started dating another guy and it was happenstance actually. We went by secrets. And I was like, okay, it's like a nudist place, whatever. And we had been to Paradise Lakes and stuff like that to just explore like the nudist aspect of it. But I was always interested in doing more, and obviously he was too. So that's really when I finally finalized filed for divorce. It was my 30th birthday, and I think I started going to like the nude clubs and stuff like that within a month or two.
Right,
So that's
right.
kind of like the past 7 years have just been just me being like rediscovering myself and like
So,
making decisions without second guessing like my intentions and like yeah, I do want to do this or no, I don't want to do this and not being wishy-washy or like insecure about stuff. So I've just really the lifestyle's really helped me grow a lot in being confident in my like myself and my decisions and what I want, what I don't want, I guess, right?
yeah, and that's good. Um that's good that you mentioned that because a lot of people do have problems with that. internally battling their expression of sexuality,
Hmm.
or knowing what exactly they want, and it leads them in a life of discomfort or unsatisfaction. So it's good that you explained how the lifestyle helped you find that.
Yeah, I used to be so nervous going to the nude places. Like, and then I see and I talk to newbies now, and it's humbling because it makes you realize how far you've come. Because I used to be that way too, like I used to like get crazy anxiety, but like I wanted it. I've always been one to like push my limits. Um, and try to find like scrap up every little last bit of courage, when things make you scared or nervous or worried, like, okay, we're gonna do this, we're gonna confront this demon, and we're gonna handle it, because I don't want to feel like that. So what can we do to conquer that mountain? So I kept putting myself out there in that atmosphere until I realized the things that would make me nervous, or like started realizing like what I liked about it, why I kept wanting to go back. I had a lot of a lot of experiences, just, even being there on my own, where I wasn't a happy camper, like, but it all slowly started kind of melding together, and I just kept being drawn back to the lifestyle. I think just because of the energy, um, and then the freedom of speech that everybody seems to have. Like
Mhm.
we all just get to like embrace our inner perv of like,
It-
oh, you have really nice titties. Can I touch them? Like that kind of thing. Like we can't do that in the grocery store or at a gas station. But, but it's totally acceptable to just have no filter. And I feel like I'm so far immersed in the culture now that like I have a really hard time trying to be vanilla or normal
Right.
around
Yeah,
the
I have
normies.
that time. I have that issue as well. I've been in a lifestyle for like 13 years. And
Yeah.
so far, which is since 2012 to be exact. And
Yeah.
yeah, it is an issue with living vanilla, amongst people. If it's other than family or long-term friends that I already knew, it's like it is kind of hard because when you hear about the relationship structure, how the problems they go through, the issues they have within themselves, and then you're like, I don't even feel like this no more. Like, I don't even know how to feel like, in my aspect, personally, I don't know how to feel like that no more. Jealousy,
Right.
insecurities. People say
Yeah.
they feel battle with jealousy, and I understand that
Yeah.
because they are human, but I don't really, me personally, I challenge myself so hard that I actually just, I can't. When I felt that feeling, even when I was in a lifestyle, I made sure I tackled it
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
learn
Yeah.
how to
Exactly.
learn
Exactly.
how to learn how to deal with it and kick it out. Like,
Like,
if you
yeah,
could
like
just want to,
address it. Like you look at it, you like psychoanalyze it. Okay, I feel like this because
right.
of this, but what about this makes me feel this way? You're like, okay, well, this, and like you actually have to analyze yourself, and like you really have to deep dive and like be okay with not being okay a lot of times. Like, but you're like, okay, I understand that like this didn't work out and I didn't like this, or this made me feel this bad way or whatever, but um how can we prevent that from happening again? And that's exactly what I was saying, is like there was a lot of times when I first started out and I just didn't I wasn't having the best time, or things would really bother me or upset me, and like you just have to tackle it and like realize that at the end of the day, like life is so much bigger than just, this little tiny little blip on the radar. And we should just
Right.
love everybody. Like,
Right. You start understanding the eternal expression of love in a sense,
yeah, yeah,
how it's unlimited. Like, it's
yeah,
really unlimited. It's like it always comes back in the boomerang. It's just like the infinite sign. It
yeah,
goes in and out. It comes back. It always comes back. It never
yes,
goes nowhere. But we think it goes somewhere when we're like unaware of this expression of love. It's not even have to be the lifestyle. It could just be the
It doesn't
unlimited
even yeah,
expression of love.
it doesn't even need to be sexually related, which is like the biggest misconception when it comes to
Right.
talking to the normies, is because they think that, oh well, you're in the swinger, you're a swinger, you're in the swinger lifestyle, like, oh, so you just go around and you just fuck everybody, you show up to a party and you just, like, it's just like, how do you decide who? No, it's not, honestly, like, it's socializing, it's making lifelong connections and friends across different state lines, and like, just finding that same frequency of love and gratefulness and happiness in different parts of the world that live in people that are on the same frequency as you. Like, we're all radio stations, right? So like,
Yeah.
lower vibrational people might be on a 99.2 or something, like, if you're on
AM.
you're like in 109.5, okay, but like, you'll understand the 99 station, but doesn't mean you really want to listen to it, right? Like, and then there's a whole bunch of other
Correct.
channels and static in between, and then it's about finding the people that are on the same frequency as you. And like, that's what I think I was always drawn to about going to those places. It's just like, I could just not have sex and just be a perv and voyeur and just kind of watch and be like, hey, you need a water? Like, I'll be a water girl for you. I don't give a fuck. Like, but like, like, that's what it is. It's a team fucking effort, when you're
Yeah.
in it with the right people. It's a team effort of love, of just happiness and love and chill, and like, occasionally sex happens when you're all together at the same time. In my experience,
Yeah.
that's been my experience as a single female. It's different. I can't speak on behalf of like couples and all of that. I have been in two relationships that were slightly like swinger-esque in the past 7 years. So um but they weren't great. But that was part of my journey, like, of climbing that Mount Everest, of getting to where I am now too. Now I'm like,
So,
now my
continue.
qualifications for like getting a boyfriend is like, man, you got to be pretty fucking cool. Like,
Right.
because
Right.
like my
Right.
my standards aren't just like your regular vanilla standards. Like, now we got like a whole different level to the game, and like, I don't want to deal with that petty bullshit anymore. I don't want to deal with that
Yeah.
like the jealousy or the rules and regulations. Like, I'm not going to tell you what to do. So why do you think you get to tell me what to do? I'm a
Right.
rebel, but I'm chill and I go with the flow until someone starts trying to tell me what to do, and then I'll whoop your ass. Like,
And
metaphorically,
right.
metaphorically.
Right. Because relationships should be more focused on, in my opinion, relationships should be more focused on building a structure together and building something that you guys could both have together and say that's ours, more than, because on that other aspect with emotional and sex and stuff, that's just fun. So
Yeah.
it's like, why you want to hold your spouse back from having fun? The real focus should be on building a structure. Where we going together? How we going to do something? Let's create something
And the
together, like a team.
communication. Yeah,
Yeah.
the communication, like, you have to be very in tune with your partner. It forces you
But,
to be. And if you're
but,
not, and you still try to like jump off into the deep end, you're gonna be swimming back to shore alone, Like, you gotta mind your P's and Q's. You gotta care about the person you're with, not just use them for egotistical boosting, um, you know, or just to have like a person by your side that's pretty eye candy, arm candy. Like, you can't do that.
yeah.
You gotta be real. It forces you to really face your inner demons.
Or just have somebody so you could just be partake in a lifestyle and you don't feel mutual with them in a lifestyle. Cause that goes on a lot too. Like, it's not mutual
Mm-hmm.
thing sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes with couples, it's not mutual. Some person like to have their cake, but not like to share some of the cake too, or you
Yeah, and
know,
honestly, I
or
found that to be most prevalent with men. Is like, men, they want to stick it in anything that's wet and warm, but they don't
right,
want they don't want the woman to. And they also, like, a woman has no problem, like, hey, I'll bring another girl to bed.
right.
Shouldn't it be an equal thing? Like, shouldn't
It
shouldn't your
should.
shouldn't your partner, like the male partner, also be like, hey, I see this like cool guy. Do you think he's hot? Like, you want me to try and like wrangle him in for you? Like, that's my
That's
version
crazy
of
because
like
I'm
teamwork.
that guy. That's
And I
crazy.
know I know men that are absolutely against that, and are like,
Yeah,
absolutely not. If she wants it, she can go off and go get it. But then I know the other end of the spectrum, where like the woman's like, I don't care, like, just line them up for me, like that, like. So I've
right,
seen all different like versions, and it's whatever works for each individual couple. For me specifically, like, I wouldn't want to be the one doing all the legwork. Like,
right.
I've been doing all the legwork on my own as a single for X amount of time. If I have someone that's with me, it's like, okay, what are you contributing to this workload?
Yeah, yeah,
I'm tired of dealing with all
definitely.
this crap. Please take over.
Now, with your other relationships, you said was swingerish. Was you guys completely in the lifestyle, or you just dabbled sometimes? How did that go?
Um,
You don't have to get personal into your relationship because I don't like doing the controversy and you know into
oh, I
people
would
business like
never,
that.
I don't have
Yeah,
any bad feelings against anybody, really. Like it goes back to that whole like the infinite symbol of
the
just like,
love, correct.
yeah, like even when you have like bad experiences, you got to be
Yeah,
grateful
it's
for
just
those
a situation
experiences.
didn't work out right.
Yeah, so you
Because
got to be
people could
grateful
still
because
be
they
good
with that.
people, and you
Yeah,
just wound up in a bad situation that you guys just don't tangle in a certain gimmick, when it comes to a
right.
certain dynamic. But
But
that don't make them bad. Yeah,
every challenging situation is supposed to is there like it's been put into your life for you to learn from. So like what are you taking away with it? So I'm grateful for every challenge because once I conquer that challenge, I'm like, all right, hell yeah, like what's next? Like let me keep growing. I want to keep growing and I want to keep being like more awesome. I don't want to be that stingy old lady, that hates life when she's 85. I want to be like that chill, like sitting there with a shit ton of loofahs on my golf cart and drinking a bottle of vodka, like and like no
the
fucks left. Like
Fahrenheit
I live the
ladies,
best
ladies.
life. That's what I want. I want no regrets. No regrets, but like I also don't want to I don't want to regret having no regrets either. Like, so it's a building process, Without a foundation, the house doesn't stand. So you got to build the foundation in order for it to stand. That goes for just relationships in general, in my opinion.
Correct, correct. It's like the story of the three little pigs.
Uh-huh.
It's just like the story of the three little pigs. You're right.
Yep.
You need that foundation. That's what
Yep.
the story is all about. It shows how everybody want everything quick. And the last pig took his time, and the other ones was like, "Yo, I got my house built already." And he's like, "Well, I'm still building mine." And then as soon as his foundation was so strong that when the wolf came, he blew the other two down. They was built so quick. But he couldn't blow the last
Exactly.
one down because the foundation was stronger because it
Yep.
took more time to build it properly
And
for when
it's the
hard
same as like
times
with,
come.
yeah, like it's same like look at trees, right? Their foundation is their root structure. It's like it's just
Yeah,
nature. It's with a good solid foundation, like with the root structure on a tree, the bigger and more intricate and wider it is, the bigger the storm they can withstand.
correct, correct. And that's what gives people great results.
Yes. That's what makes you grow big and tall up into the sky and be one of those like, 150-year-old oak trees or whatever. Get all the best
Yeah,
views.
I totally get it. I totally get it. Now,
Uh,
do you currently go to different resorts or clubs? And if you do, what do you advise people who come to Florida to where you think they should go?
yeah, I have been to multiple places around the state of Florida. I've been to Trapeze down in Miami. I would say I would not recommend that, please. I wasn't too thrilled with it. There was just a lot of people standing around and looking and not interacting and not talking. So it was a little weird. I've been to the Fetish Factory,
That's
parties like a
interesting.
fetish ball, which is down in like Pompano Beach. I've been there. That's a cool little club spot that I went to. That was at like the Pompano Gold Club, I think. So that was really cool, but that's not as much of like the swing aspect, but it kind of was. They don't advertise that, but there was definitely that kind of stuff going on. Um, but that only happens like once or twice a year, anyways. But I've been down to Eyes Wide Shut, which is nice, but it's inconvenient because you have to still have a hotel room. And the rooms are next door, so you can hang out and party in the bar and shoot
Okay.
pool or do the club or whatever. You can hang outside and like I like that atmosphere. Like I like playing I like the bar atmosphere of like, hey, let's go play some darts, let's go play some pool, let's chit chat, let's move around, let's socialize instead of just sitting there in a dance club that you can't hear anybody, like you can't
Yeah.
talk, you can't have conversations because it's so loud and all of that. That's not my jam. Um,
But
but then with Eyes Wide Shut next door, they have the playrooms. I wish the playrooms would be open like sooner. Last time I checked it, they don't open till like 10:30. So that's like for me, that's like an hour and a half past my bedtime anyways. So like Now it's, on the weekend, now I gotta like, all right, try to power through this. It's a lot to ask, but I'm better about that now. It used to be a big deal for me. But I do like that. I like that spot. Caliente is gorgeous. If you're new to the lifestyle, um, that's a cool place to go if you like kind of like low key and like uppity. It's so big that um there could be like 1,000 people there and you would feel like it was still empty. But it's beautiful to lay by the pool. So like if you're coming from out of state and you want some Florida weather, maybe with like a touch of some swinger stuff, I would say Caliente for sure. Um and Paradise Lakes, I haven't been there in several years because I got like kicked out of the I almost got kicked out of the place. I got kicked out of the pool for making out too sexy.
Mm.
Whatever whatever that means. I don't know. This
I was
was
about
years
to say that
ago,
same thing. Whatever the hell.
right? I'm like, this
Okay.
is my boyfriend. I was just making out with him. Like, what do you mean we need to tone it
If
down?
they
Like,
insist, right? Shit, shit.
it wasn't even do.
I
I
thought that's
wasn't
what
even
we're here
naked.
for. Like
I
intimacy.
wasn't right. I wasn't even naked. Like I had a bathing suit on. I was just like I got almost kicked out of the place because I was making out too sexy or something. It made no sense to me. But anyways, that was a couple of years ago. I've heard it's changed since then.
Okay.
I do have friends that have gone there a couple times recently, and they say that it's mostly an older crowd, except for during takeover weekends, and that's really the only good time to go is when it's a takeover weekend by one of like the local Florida party groups.
Okay.
So I guess that would leave my number one spot would be Secrets. Secrets
Okay.
is it's a little bit of everything and it just depends. There's such a variation, but it's cool because the room crawls are my jam. I love going around and just meeting new people and not being where all the loud music is. Now, like lately, like the past year to like year and a half, 2 years, it has turned more into like an EDM club vibe, like by the pool too, and it's a little much for me. It's a little much for a lot of people. I've heard that it's a little too loud. There's been a lot,
Right.
and if they have the Facebook, the official Facebook group of Secrets Hideaway, where you can see that complaint quite a lot, but they haven't seemed to really want to do anything about it. Um, so my advice for like first timers would be to come on a weekday, like maybe like start on the Thursday when it's newbie night, so you get like a taste of what it's like when it's a little more quiet. But don't go on a takeover weekend, I wouldn't say, because it's loud and it's crowded and it's great once you're used to it. But
Um,
unless you're just down to just go ham and party like it's 1999 or some shit, then like yeah, go on a takeover weekend. Um, yeah, the pools are great and like the pools are big and all that. It'll be better like next coming months because the water stays like relatively warm and when it's cold out it's nice to be in there, but in the summertime that pool is sometimes warmer than what the air is, so it's a little much. But yeah, I love Secrets because their playrooms are great. You can fuck anywhere you want, although they're trying to discourage that recently.
yeah, but it's great. That's the best opportunity.
It it
That's the best
is
part of it. You could play because a
it
lot of places have restrictions in certain
uh-huh.
areas or like nighttime. You have to do this. Secrets, hey, it's whenever, wherever, however.
Yeah, and I like that. That goes with the lifestyle so much. Um,
Yes, it does. It makes
b-
people comfortable.
yes, because there's
Yeah,
just you don't have to have that little niggling feeling in the back of your mind of like, oh, am I doing something I shouldn't be? It's like, no, we're allowed to do pretty much whatever we want as long as
yeah,
we don't break stuff and we're respectable to people and we don't sneak alcohol into the pool area.
yeah. But yeah, man, it was great speaking with you, Kendra. I'm so glad that you came on the show, and I definitely like to have you on again.
Yeah,
Tell
anytime.
people where they can find you at online.
You can find me on all of my stuff just right on my website. It's vividlyvixen.com. And all of my socials are on there. Any of the companies that I work for, they're all listed. The whole 9 yards, all the good stuff is on there. All my links to everything is just right there. Vividlyvixen.com.
Thank
Just
you.
like
You're a
paying
beautiful
their
guest.
taxes this time.
And when
But
before you go,
yes,
when you hear the word Florida lifestyler, what does that mean to you?
someone. What does it mean to be Florida lifestyler? To me, I would say it means that someone that is just down to go with the flow in general, in
I
life
like
in
that.
general. It's a beach day. All right, let's do it. It's a be naked out at the pool day. Let's do it. Like like go to the club. All right, cool. Let's do it. It's just a down to do whatever Florida lifestyle. That's what I feel like. It's more of like a frame of mind, I
Damn right, because I'm a Florida boy. And that's right.
think.
And that's why I started Florida Lifestyler, because I'm a Florida boy and I'm a lifestyler. And I wanted everybody to have one place to represent under the Florida sun. You know,
hmm
I tried to start a little niche crew, not really as a niche, but I tried to start little groups under different names. And then I just got a Florida tattoo one day and I was like, yo, I'm gonna make this a group for everybody
Yeah,
and make it up. And I like fashion too, so I like looking classy and stuff. So it's like, all right, make something I can also wear out in public, but still look discreet.
yeah,
So it's still discreet, and I can represent the lifestyle and style. Like this stuff I wear to my kids' school, and it's
right.
you
So
know.
you gotta make me like a mesh crop top with sleeves that
Okay,
has your logo across the top, like a black, like a see-through mesh, but like with your
okay,
logo. I
okay.
had one for clips for sale, and like I wore it so much that like all the letters started peeling off, and I don't know. Yeah,
I'll be
would
proud to
definitely.
send you some
I'll
merch.
put, yeah, I'll put it right on my titties. It'll be right there.
Yeah, I hope they're as beautiful as your face.
I mean, if you go to my links, you see what they look like.
Yeah, I definitely will. You're a great soul, and I'm delighted to speak with you. I'm so grateful for you taking your time out.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime, and you just hit me up, and yeah, I'll be here when I can. Absolutely.
All right, reach out anytime. We will talk more. You
All
guys
right.
have a great night. Tell Miss Kendra bye bye. You can find all the links to reach her and the links in the description at the bottom. And make sure you contact her for anything that you need. Have a great night. God bless.